The second book of Moses, called Exodus, chapter 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people,
Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said,
When you do the office of midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, and if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
But the midwives feared God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them,
Why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive?
And the midwives said unto Pharaoh,
Because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them.
Therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying,
Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every...
Chapter 2. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived, and bare a son, and when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And his sister stood afar off, to wit what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, This is one of the Hebrews' children. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter,
Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee?
And Pharaoh's daughter said to her,
Go.
And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her,
Take this child away, and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages.
And the woman took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said,
Because I drew him out of the water.
And it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens. And he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian, and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong,
Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
And he said,
Who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me, as thou killedst the Egyptian?
And Moses feared, and said, Surely this thing is known. Now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh, and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water, and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel their father, he said,
How is it that ye are come so soon today?
And they said,
An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock.
And he said unto his daughters,
And where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him, that he may eat bread.
And Moses was content to dwell with the man. And he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter. And she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom. For he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. And it came to pass in process of time that the king of Egypt died. And the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage. And they cried, and their cry came up unto God by reason of the bondage. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had... Chapter 3. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moses said,
I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt.
And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush, and said, Moses, Moses. And he said,
Here am I.
And he said, Draw not nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground. Moreover he said, I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppress them. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. And Moses said unto God,
Who am I that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt?
And he said, Certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve God upon this mountain. And Moses said unto God,
Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them?
And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you. And God said moreover unto Moses, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, hath sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. Go and gather the elders of Israel together, and say unto them, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and seen that which is done to you in Egypt. And I have said, I will bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt unto the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. And they shall hearken to thy voice, and thou shalt come, thou and the elders of Israel, unto the king of Egypt, and ye shall say unto him, The Lord God of the Hebrews hath met with us. And now let us go, we beseech thee, 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. And I am sure that the king of Egypt will not let you go, no, not by a mighty hand. And I will stretch out my hand, and smite Egypt with all my wonders which I will do in the midst thereof. And after that he will let you go. And I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, And it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty. But every woman shall borrow of her neighbor, and of her that sojourneth in her house, jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment, and ye shall put them upon your sons, and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil. Chapter 4. And Moses answered and said,
But behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice, for they will say, The Lord hath not appeared unto thee.
And the Lord said unto him, What is that in thine hand? And he said, A rod. And he said, Cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And Moses fled from before it. And the Lord said unto Moses, Put forth thine hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand, that they may believe that the Lord God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob hath appeared unto thee. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. And he said, Put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these two signs, neither hearken unto thy voice, that thou shalt take of the water of the river, and pour it upon the dry land. And the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. And Moses said unto the Lord,
O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore nor since thou hast spoke unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech, and of a slow tongue.
And the Lord said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or deaf, or the seeing or the blind? Have not I the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. And he said,
O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send.
And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee. And when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth. And I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do. And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people. And he shall be, even he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of God. And thou shalt take this rod in thine hand, wherewith thou shalt do signs. And Moses went and returned to Jethro his father-in-law, and said unto him,
Let me go, I pray thee, and return unto my brethren which are in Egypt, and see whether they be yet alive.
And Jethro said to Moses,
Go in peace.
And the Lord said unto Moses in Midian, Go, return into Egypt, for all the men are dead which sought thy life. And Moses took his wife and his sons, and set them upon an ass, and he returned to the land of Egypt. And Moses took the rod of God in his hand. And the Lord said unto Moses, When thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh which I have put in thine hand. But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto thee, Let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. And it came to pass by the way in the inn, that the Lord met him and sought to kill him. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone, and cut off the foreskin of her son, and cast it at his feet, and said,
Surely a bloody husband art thou to me.
So he let him go. Then she said,
A bloody husband thou art because of the circumcision.
And the Lord said to Aaron, Go into the wilderness to meet Moses. And he went and met him in the mount of God, and kissed him. And Moses told Aaron all the words of the Lord who had sent him, and all the signs which he had commanded him. And Moses and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Israel. And Aaron spake all the words which the Lord had spoken unto Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed. And when they heard that the Lord had visited the children of Israel, and that he had looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads. Chapter 5. And afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh,
Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
And Pharaoh said,
Who is the Lord that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go.
And they said,
The God of the Hebrews hath met with us. Let us go, we pray thee, 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto the Lord our God, lest he fall upon us with pestilence or with the sword.
And the king of Egypt said unto them,
Wherefore do ye, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works get you unto your burdens?
And Pharaoh said,
Behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest from their burdens.
And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people and their officers, saying,
Ye shall no more give the people straw to make brick, as heretofore. Let them go and gather straw for themselves, and the tale of the bricks which they did make heretofore ye shall lay upon them. Ye shall not diminish aught thereof, for they be idle. Therefore they cry, saying, Let us go and sacrifice to our God. Let there more work be laid upon the men, that they may labor therein, and let them not regard vain words.
And the taskmasters of the people went out, and their officers, and they spake to the people, saying,
Thus saith Pharaoh, I will not give you straw. Go ye, get you straw where ye can find it, yet not aught of your work shall be diminished.
So the people were scattered abroad throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble instead of straw. And the taskmasters hasted them, saying,
Fulfill your works, your daily tasks, as when there was straw.
And the officers of the children of Israel, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten, and demanded,
Wherefore have ye not fulfilled your task in making brick both yesterday and today, as heretofore?
Then the officers of the children of Israel came and cried unto Pharaoh, saying,
Wherefore dealest thou thus with thy servants? There is no straw given unto thy servants. And they say to us, Make brick, and behold, thy servants are beaten, but the fault is in thine own people.
But he said,
Ye are idle, ye are idle. Therefore ye say, Let us go and do sacrifice to the Lord. Go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given you, yet shall ye deliver the tale of bricks.
And the officers of the children of Israel did see that they were in evil case after it was said, Ye shall not minish aught from your bricks of your daily task. And they met Moses and Aaron, who stood in the way as they came forth from Pharaoh. And they said unto them,
The Lord look upon you and judge, because ye have made our Saviour to be abhorred in the eyes of Pharaoh and in the eyes of his servants, to put a sword in their hand to slay us.
And Moses returned unto the Lord and said,
Lord, wherefore hast thou so evil entreated this people? Why is it that thou hast sent me? For since I came to Pharaoh to speak in thy name, he hath done evil to this people. Neither hast thou delivered thy people.
Chapter 6.
Yes, the Israel you know today was created in 1948. But did you know that when the creation of the State of Israel was still in the planning process, Kenya, Madagascar, and Australia were considered as locations where Israel could be created in? In the spirit of each one teach one. Yes, the Israel you know today was created in 1948. But did you know that when the creation of the State of Israel was still in the planning process, Kenya, Madagascar, and Australia were considered as locations where Israel could be created in? In the spirit of each one teach one, let's take a quick dive into the history of how these countries almost became the Promised Land, Abina Holy Land, in my new mini-series called The Lucky Ones Who Narrowly Escaped. But sadly, the Palestinians weren't as lucky. Today we would be discussing Kenya and her narrow escape. The plan they had to locate Israel in Kenya is known as the Uganda Scheme or the British Uganda Program. The British Uganda Program was a plan to give a portion of British East Africa to the Jewish people as homeland. The offer was first made by British Colonial Secretary Joseph Chamberlain to Theodore Herzl's Zionist group in 1903. He offered 5,000 square miles of the Mao Plateau in what is today Kenya. The offer was a response to pogroms against the Jews in Russia, and it was hoped the area could be a refuge from persecution for the Jewish people. Let's take a break and take that information in and put some things in perspective. First of all, a colonizer attempting to give out land that doesn't belong to him. Secondly, it's 1903. Kenyans were still being colonized and enslaved in Kenya, but the colonizers were planning on how to give part of their home to the Jews so they could feel safe and protected, while they themselves, Kenyans, in their own home, were not safe and protected. You see the irony? Kenya gained high independence in 1963. Now for a second, imagine if the plan to make part of Kenya Israel had pulled through. Then the Kenyans now will be forced to deal with a group of people who believe that their Kenyan land is their promised land. Una see how wahala take the start. That exactly is the wahala that is happening in Palestine. Now back to the gist. After Chamberlain offered up plateau the next year, a 3-man delegation was sent to inspect the plateau. However, the observers found a dangerous land filled with lions and other creations. Don't be small pits we jump past with this fact. Shout out to those lions and other creations at there, not too much. Moreover, it was populated by a large number of Maasai who did not seem at all amenable to an influx of people coming from Europe. It don't say where our Maasai brothers and sisters, the peep game they come. Shout out to our Maasai brothers and sisters, please. If you guys don't learn anything today, learn from this part. Don't be friendly with strangers. It doesn't end well. After receiving this report, Congress decided in 1905 to politely decline the British offer. And this plan is called the Uganda Scheme or the British Uganda Program because Chamberlain saw the Mao Plateau in Kenya while he was passing by the Uganda Railway.
Can somebody stitch this and explain what apartheid means, please? I'm trying to I'll help you out, sis. No shade, no tea to this content creator because I really think she just wants to know. The reason why it sounds so familiar, the word apartheid, and the description that you've been getting sounds so familiar to what happened to the United States when the Civil Rights era happened, is because it's the exact same. What happened with the issue in Israel is during World War II, after World War II, there were all of these Jews that lived in Europe. They were European Jews. They were not indigenous to that region. They said, okay, well, we need a safe place to live now that, we've been massacred during this Holocaust. And the Western powers wanted a foothold in the Middle East to serve their own interests. So they said, okay, bastardized version is that we're going to go ahead and give you this land. British gave the land to create Israel, and it wasn't even theirs to give. And the problem with that is when you give land that people are already living on and had been living on for over half a millennia, aka the Palestinians, there's going to be a problem with that. And they did this based on the fact that they believed it was their divine right through God. God said that they were supposed to have this land and damn everybody else that was on it. Does that sound familiar? Like the Carpe Diem type of deal? The manifest destiny? The reason why colonization spread around the world is because they believed that it was their divine given right. That God said they could have whatever they wanted. They just had to go and discover it. Basically, Israel went over there and discovered the land that the Palestinians have been living on for centuries. And not only did they go over there and discover it, not just say, oh, we just want our own peaceful little plot. They completely took it over. Took it over. And over the last several decades, they have relegated the Palestinians to this small strip of Gaza. It's literally not even 200 miles square wide, and there's over 2 million people. Mind you, of those 2 million people, more than half of them are children or people under the age of 25. On top of that, okay, the reason why there's an apartheid is because they have different roads for Palestinians. Palestinians cannot go and come freely. They have completely blocked them off by air, by land, and by sea from ever leaving. They don't get passports, and if they do get passports, they never get stamped because they can't get out. They have different hospitals, they have different schools, and then the hospitals and schools they do have, they've been bombing systematically. In 2014 alone, there were over 10,000 of them murdered and massacred. Mind you, remember I said the majority of these people, over half of them, are children. And Israel's known that, and they've been backed by the United States and the other Western colonized nations. Because again, they want a foothold in the Middle East. Why? Oil, money, control, Islamophobia, all of that. Okay? And that's to be dealt with at another issue. The problem is that there are humanitarian issues going on over in Palestine. Palestine has been trying for decades. They've gone through the international courts. They've gone through the UN. And because the United States is backing them, They know that Israel has been committing war crimes. They know that Israel is guilty of humanitarian atrocities. And they have been. This is a matter of public record. But because the United States backs them, along with Britain and other westernized countries, they turn a blind eye to it. Palestinians are literally denied their humanity, just like the blacks were, and kind of still are. They live in the largest open-air prison in the world. And now they had a small group of Hamas, funded by Iran and the other countries, saying, hey, we'll come in here and we'll try to fight for you because they don't have an army. They don't have anything. They literally got taken over by It's like what happened with the Indians. When the colonizers came over to the United States and they decided to decimate the Native American population based on the fact that God told them that they were supposed to have that land by any means necessary, and the ones that were already there were savages, so they had no autonomy and they were basically seen as worthless and they were a scourge to be exterminated. That is what's going on over in Palestine, and that's what's been going on. They literally have a two-party system. It was supposed to be a two-party state where they both work together, but Israel, with the help of the United States and other Western countries, has went over there, funded them, and has made the other side subservient. I don't like how they say, oh, well, one side they're both doing bad. No, because that implies equality and equity, and Palestine has none of that. They don't have their own army. They don't have their own supply system. They don't even have access to their own water and electricity because Israel controls it, and they've been cut that off. They cut it off whenever they want to. 2 million people relegated into a strip less than 200 miles, and Israel is the one that controls their water, their food, their passage. Israel has always done that. They have been massacring these people for decades, treating them as second-class citizens. When you hear the word apartheid, think civil rights era. And in that equation, the Palestinians are the blacks, and the Israelis are the whites. Think about how history views it now as opposed to back then. Back then, white people really thought that God had given them the right and dominion over black people simply because they were black. The Israelis believe the same thing. Their God gave them dominion over Palestine and any of the land that they choose. Mind you, Israel's also taken over different places in the world too. But the worst part is over here in Palestine, and we're funding them. We're protecting them. We're sending them technology, Iron Dome support, like all of that. They would have none of that if it weren't for the Western countries. And we do that because we want to maintain a foothold in the Middle East. So we support the enemy. When you hear the word apartheid, think. The reason it sounds familiar is because it is. It's the same handbook that they've been using for centuries. The Pilgrims and the colonizers did it with the Native Americans. Christopher Columbus and his people did it with the Taino Indians down in South America and in the Caribbean. It's the same playbook. The game stays the same. Only the players change. Except for the players tend to follow a certain physiological demographic, a.k.a. they tend to be darker or of a non-Christian religion or non-Christian Judaism religion. The ironic part, though, is a lot of the Jews that are not from Israel and that don't live in Israel don't support Israel because they know that this is bullshit, and they know that their true God would not support an apartheid state. They would not support colonization and the extermination of an entire population. Solely because your God believes that you have the right to do that, and these people, their lives are meaningless. They're a scourge that needs to be obliterated. So yeah, that's the crux of the apartheid system. If it sounds familiar, it's because of is nothing new under the sun.
I remember when I first learned about slavery.
I saw you on labor.
Go ahead, wait. Hey, you over there. Hey, you, sir.
Children of Israel, take heed and listen to the words of a prophet. The wages of sin is death. Now the gift of Jah is eternal life. The truth is a fact, and we all know that. So there's no need to build no strife while there is life against your brothers or sisters or your enemies. There is the book of knowledge Children of Israel, you've got to survive. Children of Israel.
I saw your labor.
Go away, wait. Hey, you. Hey, you over there. You. Hey, you, sir.
Children of Israel, you've got to survive. Children of Israel, we've got to stay alive. Survival is the game, and it's still the same in creation. Even among nations, none shall escape the judgment. Those persecutors of Israel, right from the throne of Zion to the rivers of Babylon. I walk the valley of darkness, and I will fear no evil. The hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. The hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. None shall escape the judgment. Those persecutors of Israel, right from the throne of Zion to the rivers of Babylon.
I saw your labor.
Go away, wait. Hey, you. Hey, you over there. You. Hey, you, sir.
Children of Israel, we're going home, yes, yes. One by one, two by two.
I saw your labor.
Go away, wait. Hey, you. Hey, you over there. You. Hey, you, sir.
Children of Israel, we're going home, yes, yes. One by one, two by two, oh wait now. Children of Israel, remember the things you've done. Oh, why, boy? Children of Israel, remember the evils they made upon you. Yeah, why, boy? And if you look into the book of Psalms, you will see what I mean. Take a peep into the books of Revelation. You will see what I mean. We got to follow home, follow home, follow home to Mount Zion. Hey, why, boy? Hey, we got to follow home, follow home, follow home to Mount Zion.
I saw your labor.
Go away, wait. Hey, you. Hey, you over there. You. Hey, you, sir.
No cold-hearted fools. No.
I saw your labor.
Go away, wait. Hey, you. Hey, you over there. You. Hey, you, sir.
No cold-hearted fools. No, no. You always had nothing to give. No, that's not the way one should live. You're living in your selfish world. And no matter if you're a boy or girl, no, no, cold-hearted fools. Well,
Yes, greetings, we there with you. So we are sending a special request out to them boy there that say, and them women that says, what is it that is happening in Palestine with the Palestinian people? Was it to do with black people, African people? Well, I just show you what it is to do. You see? Because our ancestors were in that predicament before. And there's nothing stopping anybody from putting us in that predicament again. Ethnic cleansing in the diaspora and martial war on the homeland, Africa. Because them have the audacity to use their military might however they feel and please. What these people are saying, they want to obliterate a set of people that they are claiming to be Hamas, that they don't have no sense, ability, no sense, human dignity and care for those people's life. And what the West in the United Nations has say, cheer them, that them support that. What these people are saying, they want to wipe them people out. They want to finish them off in this world. And they are prepared to do that because they no want to stop doing what they're doing. And until them satisfy themselves that they reach that goal of theirs. This is dangerous in this world. Right here now, for people who keep saying to other people, never, never again. Could you imagine? A people who go around the world and put up all kind of placards and distinct and things and everything and says to children, generations, you know. So that's why them, hey, yo, you see how the world, you see how the people in the world have changed? Because the amount of time and effort and thing that them spend going around the world, even the Doppia support them. Because they deal with education, they deal with institution, they deal with information. And we black people, we would have get licked down long time because we're not dealing with education. I just gave you some education just now where some Kenyan young ladies, and you know how that happened, innit? That's the Momos, that's that generation. You know what I mean? In Uganda, Buganda, Kenya and Tanzania, Mareri, Kenyatta, I mean, this education has been maintained, that history has been maintained. But when you go to the rest of them, and even here in the diaspora, them people that were talk about black people should not be involved and everything, it's because you're ignorant. And maybe you're frightened. And it's not your fault that you're frightened, but you should say, listen here, I would have liked to support the people, let me know. But right now, I'm scared. And you're pretensible when I'm a revolutionist. You're frauds. You just go on YouTube and Facebook and all them places there. Forget numbers. Forget numbers and earn some pittance. You're selling a soul just to earn a money. Jank crows. All of you. Every one of you. About, and why I support, when I support, try support them people for, why I demonstrate for them people for. Stay there. When apartheid did I lick our brothers and sisters in South Africa, it was other people than us, you know, especially here in England. If there was a measurement of which number of people like category 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're way down the ladder. By the time we woke up and everything, we were way down the ladder. And when people are say, make sure you boycott this and that, people are asked, who's that? What do they mean? Come on, please. I beg your pardon. Please, come on. And then you have to look upon things like Cape. And people don't even know Cape Terati come from South Africa. You didn't even know what kind of material, what kind of food and everything. And you just have to spend all your money. Spend all your money and everything. And we have to say boycott. I was a juvenile, man. Maybe at school. Not even college yet. And you have the audacity at your ages to turn around and ask. I never even look upon humanity. That's the problem when the people that put racism in our spectrum, it kind of block our intelligence. The frequency get blocked because we're trying to figure that right out to tell him how to make adjustments. And we expected 75 years for him to understand. And now they're making jokes of us on radio. Even on the talk sport thing, they make jokes, man. Because them say, if you do this or you see this, they're going to scream at racism. So let's define the thing before we say what we're saying. And we did that. What happens is our children get traumatized by the police. Now look upon the police them now. Somebody do something, him get sacked or suspended, people them raise a whole heap of money for him. Now them have a go at the black police officers to say that these people are discriminated against them because they didn't make any contribution. Why the hell should they contribute when it's a black person that wanna discriminate, racially abuse? What kind of rubbish is that? So you want us to weakness, you kick us and abuse us and at the same time support you for doing it? What kind of nonsense is that, man? But you know why you can do that? Because we depend on you. And that's what you're showing. You're showing, listen here. You understand? Don't think that that job that you have, that you have some form of security. And that's what's coming. Not just employment security. Because the new cameras that them have out there, facial recognition and everything. All the people them that, not that people shouldn't do what they're doing and demonstrate. Once them doing the thing harmoniously and so forth, and then I break up nobody's shop or something like that. But the people them is dangerous because this is a martial law situation right now. So with that recognition, the people are going to come and check your employment, check your status, and make you to understand we don't like, you know. And God forbid anybody who have any form of records and everything, pure trouble you get. And some of it that most influential persons, your job gone, your employment gone. And you can try your best but go employment tribunal, it not work. The people that have the whole thing locked down, man. Let Labour start pussyfoot today and talk a whole heap of crap and everything. But you know, see that some people them sit down, stand up, lie down, and maybe 12 of them, 13 of them, 14 of them, 15, 20, 30, and surmise what he should be saying. But then somebody said, no, stop there. We have to be appeasing to the population. Because the chance of you becoming prime minister is you know, so them tweak it and then make him recite it again and again, and they took this out and took that out and so forth, and it sound complimentary. So what happened? It had to be complementary in relation to what the Americans have said, what the representatives have said in the United Nations, and what the Israeli Prime Minister also have said, and the European compatriots have said. I've listened to it. It was strategized neatly. And that's the person that you all are going to vote for, or people are going to vote for, because they don't want conservative. But they were the same. So, may I say to you, no. Check the liberals, even though they want broke with, they're sneaky, you know, and find out what position, what stance they have. And they're smart enough now to come with at the end of the thing, right, and no comment something, because the only thing that could happen is that there's a hung parliament. You understand? And liberals can do that again, you know. Because the boat summer people would have just say, yo, you see all them talk? Yeah. Because it's all about sound bites. And there's no war crimes. People them can talk all they want to talk about war crimes, you know, this against humanity and rare. Them not care a damn. That's why they're all out. That's why they're doing what they're doing, how they're doing it. The world as we know it at the beginning of October is gone. It's a new shape, new strategy. It's all about the bullies, bully boys. It's gone. They were just waiting, and they chose one of them for come out. So why is people that think say it's all about Islam and no, it's a change. And these people that try put religious thing about it, about this thing a come and that thing a come and no, stop that nonsense. It's the people them a change the order of things. You see, when I keep going on before about the New World Order, some people look economics, this, that, AI, this, that, right? You understand? And it's good talking points. When I mean nothing, this is what happened. And it took the least of the country to trigger something off. And they've done it because they're good actors. They know how to develop script. And they're very impressionable. And they've done it. Now, the Vatican, each time on this program, I always ask, what goes on over there? How come over there so become, hey, yo, somebody shut them down. They used to be vocal. Says every man jack for himself, and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty, for us all. And for us all is who? America put blockade and sanctions and all kind of something on Uganda. Four, is it four? Three. African countries, Niger, Uganda, and maybe Chad. Because of the tour that they wanted Africa to be in alliance with them in changing sexualities and so forth and so forth. So why is all of this is taking place now? A lot of other people, a lot of other countries are getting licked, boxed, and kicked. You see? So this is what has just happened to Uganda, to Africa, 3 countries. Then you have this other set of black people, I call you black, you know, that condemn Chinese for this and Chinese for that. And it's the Chinese that are take down the borders that is helping me and the next one up there, so, and Benji and Sister Aisha, so that we can trade with each other. We don't have to go all the way around the corner. And we don't have the skills like the white man Tarzan. You know the Tarzan? Can swing from South Africa to Rati and him there Morocco. Yeah? Yeah. In a matter of hours. Through the trees and everything. You know. Even animals are carrying him across the desert plains and everything. You understand? The only thing him don't do is fly, you know. But through him there in the tree, that's his flying. You see? So this is what, and the roadways and the trains, you understand? This is what China have helped us, those of us who have so far been using our brain. You know? You go to America, you see thousands and thousands of miles of roadways. When I talk about the inner city, you know. You understand? And them use prisoners for black rock stone. And then to tarmac and to clean swamps and cut down this and so forth. We will soon start do that in Africa too, don't worry. But we will do it humanely, you know what I mean? Yeah, because we have prisons too, you know. You understand? But it's all those things. So the world has changed. Those who are looking for some dramatic and this Jesus and all, right? It has changed. You know what I mean? November, coming up to the December, you're going to hear a whole heap of thing about this prophecy and that prophecy. That will come soon. Black and white churches. That will come soon. It's sad. It's really sad that we had the fright of covert. And no one of us knew what to do. We just stay in the corner with our fright and try up a lot of concoctions. Those people who never really deal with them health, them just eat. Right? Just went through a whole heap of change up, try out this and try out that and so forth. And that was fright. 2 years and plus. And now, this, and well, listen. I mean, those of us who went to school, you know, early time when we was here with all these skinheads and everything, and they just tell you straight away, don't walk on this road here. You know, tomorrow you have to go to school and, you know, you have to go to work. And your brain now function good enough because you're trying strategies because you have to be on that road. So you think, say, the Palestinian them has been living 75 years without fear? And the last 15 years, we've been seeing these people every 2 goddamn year, every other Ramadan, what they've been doing. And I'm always asking, wait, why to all these human rights people and the Green Party and all these people? Not realizing that these people are trying, but the people ignore them. I've not heard an African nation turn around and say, watcha, you not take Charles Taylor to no Hague. that man there was working, it would appear they were supporting him. And all of a sudden, boof, bam. He was under arrest, straight to the Hague. America can say and do whatever America pleases, and these people are the shadow of America. And England have accepted that stance. And England caused the whole thing anyway, but you know what I mean? You just thought that the civilians them would have put the pressure on, the righteous would have put the pressure on those hard school face. And now they're telling the people them, you could have 1 million of you demonstrating. We not care a damn. And if any of you are civil servants, statutory employees, later for you. And that they must say, no. They must say straight away, they not care what the rocks that we are control this, not control nothing. And now, those Islamic ones, they're going to turn around and say, see what happened? The Muslim, them are richer people. They want to change this place here to Khalifa state. Now we're in big trouble again. Right? The trouble just compounding. Because when the people sit back and think about everything, you know, because this is what England is good at. Them strategize, but them analyze, they evaluate and assess. They reflect. Them never go to sleep. That's why them can always hide the injustices that they've done to us. And reparation is just a conversation. You understand? And the least that we want, I want, is repatriation. Yo. But even that they're not entertain. But a people that not a bloody thing happened to them strategize something for them. So my quest was always to find out what is it about these people? What is it that they offered England? What is it that they did? Because they were living here too, you know. And they extradited all of them, Tarated. They deported every single one, down to the little kitty children. All Brighton was a big Askanaki Saint area, community, a borough, constituency. But something happened. And England got rid of everybody. And then they invite them back. A strange thing. So I'm always trying to figure out, what is it that they offer this country? What is it? Is it bloody well ammunition? Is it some secret shit that the Germans had? What? I mean, come on. I probably go to my grave and still don't find out. Because there is something. There is something. Something's, hey, there's something, some skills, some understanding them people have. And England not letting up on that. and know their cousins, their brothers, and as America, I recognize it and say, yo, we not letting this go, man. We're going to prop this up. And they've been doing it for a long time. That's why the people them talk 50 plus years. Because them talk when America created this relationship with the Askanaki. Not realizing that there's so much of them in America itself. And these black man them and women is talking. You're joking. You're joking. Are we the ones that's getting abused? Yeah, Dennis, we will come back to you, man. We have to come back to you. Right? Yeah, we have to come back to you. We're going to Soul Syndicate with Jammies. Come here.
Oh, Jah, hear thy children pray.
Yo, that Rasta boy there. You see the tune them that me a play? It put sense in your stride, innit? now you go look up my comment now and see if you can find them. See? Me put sense in your stride, cause you know what I mean? You behave sometime like you're sure. And yeah, I shouldn't say Rasta, you know, cause you're probably a fashion jet, cause me no know. Unless me hear you say Jah Rastafari is I and I life. You understand? But can't see it's Rasta. It's what you look like. You see? So it could be a funky dread, or it could be just a fashion dread. You understand? Or you could be, yeah, you understand? So I mean, I don't know. So I beg your pardon, don't sue me, you know. Hold this.
Oh, Jah, hear thy children pray each and every day.
Because victimization is a serious thing, you know. Mental victimization is a serious thing. But it's a good thing with England and not America, because you could have carried me a court to write it and sue me for everything, including my pants. Aye.
Oh, Jah, hear thy children pray each and every day. Victimization, that's what I and I get in Babylon. Brutalization, that's what I and I get from Babylon. Natty roots can't even smoke, his eyes shed he has to be terrorized by the demon. Stop, don't move, put up your head in the wink of an eye.
Yeah, you know, you have some of them man there, you know, them skank them tune they hard before, you know, start. But when I skank the rhythm, you know, pay attention to the lyrics. Lyrics is crucial, man, critical. You understand? Seriously. Gosh, man. Go down somewhere. Pick up yourself and stop smoking bad stuff, man. Skunk and thing no work. High grade. Sensi. Top. Jah. Hey.
Oh, Jah, hear thy children pray each and every day. Victimization, that's what I and I get in Babylon. Brutalization, that's what I and I get from Babylon. Natty roots can't even smoke, his eyes shed he has to be terrorized by the demon. Stop, don't move, put up your head in the wink of an eye. The rifles were right in my nose. Yeah, one of them say Bussy Bay. The whole of them agree because I'm an anat. Dreadlocks, please officer, don't be like a warrior. warrior, not because you carry more guns than a aircraft carrier. Yeah. Don't be like a warrior. Yeah. Oh, please, officer. After I man, I trod the earth with peace and love. Them start by innocent screw. Now I come use brutality. Holy by ignorancy. These officers don't be like a warrior. Not because they carry more guns than a aircraft carrier. Victimization, that's what I and I get in Babylon. Victimization, that's what I and I get from the wicked men. Yeah, no justice, no justice, no justice down here in Babylon. As far as my eyes can see, it's only one. Down here in Babylon, there is no love for the children. No justice, no justice, no justice at all.
Your voice, your voice. Yeah. Oh gosh, man. Step it. Frighten them now, frighten them. See, make you scared, man. Jump out your flesh. Come here. Listen good.
Got to find a solution to this pollution. Oh. Got to find a solution to this pollution.
Yeah, you can't draw a card, you know. You talk wrong. I mean, lick you with version, I lick you with music, I lick you with culture. See, now you got to chase my thing and try to find the two tune and you can't put them right because you not taught them. You talk about isolation, segregation and all kind of nonsense stuff. The world, everything changed long time. You know, hold on to what the people them are deal with and that's why we're suffering. You understand? Oh gosh, man. Come here. Listen good and listen carefully. Every time, wise.
Got to find a solution to this pollution.
Yes.
Oh. Got to find a solution to this pollution. Yeah.
If you not acknowledge something, you can't work with something, you know. You understand? When the people them come with I want a conspiracy bullshit, you understand? And go round and around and around and convince yourself something. And the reality is right in your face, staring in your goddamn face. You understand? But it's not my fault you never get educated correctly with our culture. You understand? You're going like a vulture. Come here again. Come. Talk good enough. Talk good. are things you need to understand and recognize the thing properly. You know what I mean? Properly. I mean, this artificial nonsense. You understand? Come like never go to school. You see? All right. So now, we are say Africa. We are say Africa. We saying Africa all the while. We not change nothing from that. Africa we are dealing with culture. You understand? We are dealing with reparation. We are dealing with repatriation. We are dealing with we want to be free as human beings. We want to have equality and justice. You understand? And we want our names. We want to link with self. We want the feel-good factor. Yeah, we want to be also proud. Not arrogantly proud, proud. Serious. Yo, Frankie Paul, where you say? Come here. Come here!
African children, come on, Jaja children.
Yeah, you see everything me just start just now, things me write them down. There's something that's in my soul. There's something, yo, and the script, you know. You understand? Damn fool. Come again, Frankie.
African children, come on, Jaja children. We can't take it no more, no more. Come on, African.
See, that's gonna be the problem. Cause you just desert way because you think say you're gonna stay with white people, or you stay in England and everything, and you think say something gonna work out, yeah? So then we are at home. And them ask if you could come home and the door is wide open. Forget goddamn visa and all that something and border. Huh? It's embarrassment and shame that could stop you from doing it. Don't you get it? Because people that know you, see you and think say, wait, that with that two-face ago. With that old nigger ago. See? A shame going reach you. You better check right. Clean up. You understand? Clean up, star. Seriously. Because that's what gonna happen. You understand? That's what will... Listen, it's going to happen. All these Rufuses and these roast bread fruits and all of them something are going to get left behind. Nobody going to want, you know. Seriously, because we're not deserve ourselves. It's logical. So what happen? You're going to get the doctor and do a Michael Jackson. Is that what you're going to do? You're going to get, hey, yo, see, it now work. You don't have enough rotted money. And even if you have the money, the rotted thing will kill you. It will kill you. Yo, Coca T, set an example. Rastafari, come. Yo, me's a Muslim, you know. But this man is a Rasta. Come here.
Hypocritical people.
Oh, gosh, man. Settle, Coco. Settle. You see it there? Inspector Willie, what? Mind what you're doing now. Come here. Come here.
Hypocritical people who know. A poverty across the war and crime, yeah. A whole heap of the war and crime, Lord. Poverty, that's what causing the crime now, poverty. Rasta sing say poverty, that's what causing the crime now, poverty. Bingy man say hungry, I it a cause the crime now, hungry.
Nah, the other day them tell us what earthquake, see? And then all of a sudden a lot of people start feel sick. And they open up them out and them I know if God a come for the world. is a reminder. See? And it's a sharp, you listen to the words them that me are using, it's a sharp reminder. Because nothing funny. It's a sharp reminder. See it? Now, after a storm, we say there's a calm. Now, true to the reminder, which that is, once have to stop and think. A lot of reflection are going to take place, you know. See? So the outcome of any form of realization is in the attitude and that which government and others will do or change from doing. Watch and see. No, not watch. Wait and see. See it? But that shock is a reminder that the Almighty do not wear pajamas. It's not a man, neither is a woman. You understand? All of them nonsense there. See? So, all you people who perpetuate whatever, go to your gunman them now. All them who run behind politician and make out say you don't, run behind them now. You know see them was running too? So, there's no way to take cover, you know. Because if a person go cover on the west, it could hit you right in between. And the same place you go try think that you're cover, you're running for cover. At the same place you get it. So you can run to the highest mountain, the highest hill. You understand? There's no refuge. Because it's a warning. It's a warning. Now, the other people them go tell you, say, the ones with the geography and everything, and the archaeology and everything, that through to this friction in between this other something and the pressure and so forth, and it make that in the happen. Yeah, reality. But for who world is this? And who land is this? And whose cycle is this? See? So when you get up in the morning, still you say give thanks and praise for the fact that I've awoken, and then give thanks and praise to the fact that you have some oxygen, and give thanks and praise that you have a lot of nature, food, and everything. Right? We don't. We take our time and think, and we go buy a gun. Right? And then we take our brain and we transform women them into some vulgar something. And then we'll take we mother who give birth to it, and we'll go slack talk and everything. When we weren't that type of people. So where's the communication? Where's the thought? Where's the education? Where's the morality? Where's the sensibility? See? And peoples on top of peoples have witnessed this and see this and hear this, and they behave like on a nothing. But when it get close to them, or somebody close to them have lost out, then they want to give people some conversation about reggae decadence or dancehall decadence later for them opportunists. See? It's people who see things, recognize things, and instead of saying that is wrong, them either motivate the person them because they want to be a friend, or them just ignore the something, say, oh no, nothing. And then 2 seasons down the road, that person now is manifesting that same thing and it's taking it to another level. It's taking it to another level. And then we wonder why our conditions, circumstances, not improving and not changing. Only the symmetry, blah, 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 decadence, and we just dip on the survival thing. It's sad. It's sad. And now you see people who been in a most despicable condition in them own a country. And then have no time for lawless conversation and so forth. And you see that they are victim of the world. And you not think like, wait a minute. Yo, this is serious. The people them just have stones. They've been having stones for how long? And this Guy Fawkes ratty nonsense that goes up in the sky and nobody can see no ratty shells, and so forth. And people have said this and said that. They don't use the intelligence to rat. You watch too much goddamn films. You watch too much films. You get in trapped with a goddamn something. But then somebody said to you, now they're Arabs, mate. They're Arabs. I mean, when I got another thing, and another thing on top of another thing, and you can't find yourself, and you can't find nothing African, you just keep finding all this blackness. Your brain is too bogged down in it. Yo, cocoa tea. I'll come back to you. So, Marcia, are you and all the girls them now? Come. Tristan Palmer, relax their minds. Settle, Aisha, settle, because you know say you can't go there. Come.
Girl, you are a trickster. Yesterday, you broke my little heart. Now you're running back, say you wanna make a new start. There is no reason for you come knocking on my door. There is no vacancy for you anymore. You are a trickster and a deceiver. You ain't no good girl. You ain't no good. You took my heart and you tore it all apart. Telling your friends it was not good from the start. Seems like you were just waiting around to see me fall to the ground. Girl, you are a trickster and a heartbreaker. Yes, you are a heartbreaker. You ain't no good. You took my heart, you broke it apart. You leave me to cry. How much more?
Eddie fix right, Mr. Tristan, Eddie man, yo. See? Even with the eyes them going crazy. No. It's just I don't know what me say. Oh, Dawood. Yes. Yeah, my brother, no, me see that, you know. You must look up the round table gang. Yeah, man, the round table gang. I think tonight they're discussing Al Quran, yeah. The round table gang, man. Some sweet American brothers, they're discussing Al Quran. You see, in the light of all these things that will take place here, you know? Yeah. That they go sweet. That's gonna be so sweet. Beyond sweet. So Dennis Emmanuel Brown, you know what I mean? Yeah, we just have deal with you. So one more after this we're gone.
No cold-hearted fools. No. You always have nothing to give. No. That's not the way one should live.
Listen good. Listen carefully.
Living in your selfish world. And no matter if you're a boy or girl. No.
Do you realize how them touch the heartstrings of people? But then you look around the world and see that they rebuff those strings. See? Them say, the woman said, that's meant to be broadcasting some news for some channel, said that there were babies with their head amputated. Now, if that wasn't set up, why is it still there? And the woman, the person who said that, retracted it. Not Muslims got onto her and say, yo, there's something there. She retracted that. Now, that heart trap, that string about children, babies, being beheaded, is the same shit that them use with this ISIS and chopping off heads and all kind of something, and then sending out some terrible, devastating videos, clips on all the multimedia platforms with this something. And they didn't block none of this something. They put it out there. Now, if that person or persons put that something up on Facebook and down the stretch, you can know where it was put up and so, yo, them things say we stop it. And all of this something that happened. And we had like good 3 years, nearly 4 years of all of that, you know. And it was meant to make Islam, make Muslims look nasty, terrible. So here we come now, and they must say, Hamas. And Hamas is the government. They won the election. But them call them terrorists, Hamas, right? And so forth. So they have been disregarding them, but them say, yo, this thing not work. So here in Europe, every quarter is Hamas. Hamas this, Hamas that, Hamas this. And then they add the word terrorist to it. And they were crying. People were shedding tears. Big, hardback man, you know, I shed tears and everything. And then all of a sudden, them start bring the females with them. So they actually transfer a different wicket. And they get the sentiments of the peoples. And then they remind you of a history of events in Germany, and they combine the two things together. Now with this incident here, this situation here, same thing. Same thing. So the smart people have made it clear that if this thing seemed to back up in our face, here's the alternatives. Yeah, I'm telling you, when it comes to assessing, evaluating, we are jackasses as African people in the diaspora. And I went to school and well educated, and we have experience of these people. I'm not saying follow them, but we have that narrative is useful. But to an institution, it's not going to be useful because when I'm not nowhere to use it, only sending out all these goddamn piece of clips here, there, and everywhere, and we don't know who we're chat to. But the world have backed them up. The world have decided to say, yo, listen here. Huh? And that's what these black man them and black woman them, the ignorant ones, have a look at. The same thing that happened with the George Floyd is happening here. It's only that this one here now, we haven't put it out ourselves. Them clip the wings of all the news and them control the news themselves. And what they've put out is adequate enough for all these hundreds of thousands of people across, right? So what the governments them do? Them turn around and outlaw and prohibit demonstrations, rare, and so forth. And the joint parties and so forth. They not like it. So you know what that's gonna do? What it's doing already is showing people, listen here. We can go to the rooftops. You know, like the Bible say that Satan take Isa, Christ, to a high mountain and tempt him and challenge him. Well, this is the same scenario. Because people got asked, where's the law and who's actually listening and is willing already to make changes? And that's going to be the hurting point. Because with covert, the place was flooded with a whole heap of conspiracy. We didn't know what is what. It just was there. And one week, my sister principal, hey, yo, everything gone. All of them, whoever was sending those things out, the occupation, them just, it just disappeared. Like, and then if you got somebody and said this and this is and them say where? And it came like that series called The Prisoner. Because you try tell some person something and they're saying, show me, and you got nothing to show. And you just tell them and them say, listen, it's dream your dream. You watch too much movie. You're hallucinating. And you say, no, man, stop that nonsense. And they say, all right then, show me the something. Where your phone there? Show me the thing. And not a ratty thing there on the phone. Everything gone. Everything to do with all the thing them people are taught. Joe Blogs are do this, that body are do that, this, and that. Yo, even food, what the man there America to rat it, him gone, him missing. The man said, take this, take that. The man is missing. A lot of those people are supposed to be charged with crime against humanity, giving wrong information and encouraging and motivating people to kill themselves. Voluntarily kill themselves. And we don't hear that conversation. That's stop. All those people them who followed them and took this and that and lost their last life, and those people who are disabled and everything, nothing is happening for those people. And all our African Caribbean people them who suffered, and we couldn't even get to see with auntie and with mother and with grand and with father and everything, and so forth. And then them tell you straight away you have to cremate them and so on. Huh? A lot of things have happened. Now you want to put your giant. We should be part and parcel of these people, and then when the backdrop's gonna be the Arabs, you know, and Jesus, and then another set of people say, yo, they're not supposed to be on the land. They're not supposed to be there, right? For we land, they're not supposed to be there, right? You understand? And they're not supposed to be there, but the other people them that come and capture the Rati land, them supposed to be there. I don't understand how to work on a thing, man. Dangerous people, seriously. Right? And it continues. It continues. You know, it continues. So, who are get out to the place now? So, we are Frankie Park, come.
Anything for me, baby. And it's all you can have my house and my car. Baby, I'll give you anything
you know what Marcia just said? We are deal with. And me, your pine after. Come here.
Oh, I feel so sad about my brothers and sisters down there. I'd like to give them helping hand. It's been a long time they are in misery, trying to get some bread. No clothes on their backs, no shoes on their feet. Long time they wanna be free. Ethiopians, here I come. Like Africans, here I come. Ethiopians, here I come. Like Africans, here I come. Working so hard in the sun and the rain, feeling pain, crying out in vain. No clothes on their backs, no shoes on their feet. Long time they want to be free. If
you see, a long time we want to be free. Come here again, Frankie.
Firebone, firebone, all the Eden people. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Have mercy, oh Jah, 'cause I'm a righteous man. Have mercy, oh Jah, 'cause I'm a righteous man. I man know the ways of those weak hearts shall perish and vanish away. Tomorrow is another day, we should bend down and pray. Yeah, yeah, the light of the world is Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, who sit up in the throne of Zion with the conquering lion. Some say all we got to do is just live and learn. Help our brothers and sisters so they will earn. The seed you sow you shall always reap. And remember, silent river run deep. Have mercy, oh Jah, 'cause I'm a righteous man. Have mercy, oh Jah.
Very good. Come here.
Well, this song is dedicated to all youth who want some right knowledge and understanding, you know? Yeah, because we have said Channel for years, you know, my youth. Yeah, man, we have to walk, you know. Yeah.
It's a revolution time.
Oh, no, boy.
It's a revolution time.
Yeah, you know.
It's a revolution time.
All right, boy.
It's a revolution time.
Tell him, Frankie Paul.
I can see the stars in the east.
Yo, I can't see them too, you know.
Telling my brothers and sisters we all want peace.
Oh, Nana Wood.
Love and unite and live as one.
We have to live as one to stand strong, you see.
Gotta live upright in Judge's side.
So you me look and tell me people, I say, unity are the key. As a nation, what we need is mental.
See, can't stop me twiggling. Can't stop it, man. You're joking. Go to school, star. Go to school. Serious.
Oh,
oh. Yo, Sean. Oh gosh, man.
Oh, peace and love we are deal with, and one unity, yes. And
Frankie, so we're gone, you know. Watch, you know. Stop the war, man. Stop it.
youth and youths of today,
Why I don't know what
gotta
to do.
live that's wrong.
I want to buy.
I stop the war. My people say fi stop the war. Stop the war. My people say fi stop the war.
Did you hear that?
'Cause youth and youth to fight, they just can't unite. I just want to live forevermore. Jah give my information, Jah feelings, telling us to stop those war. I'm not begging you, I'm not begging you, I'm not telling you. But stop the war. My people say we stop the war. Stop the war. My people say we stop the war. The brethren light, don't like who you are deal with. War and corrupted mind. The brethren wicked, don't like who you are gone with. Robbing and shooting. The brethren you done, don't like who you are sent. Bout you want go round Tom Jones. The brethren lock up, don't like who you are deal with. They can stop the war. I just want to live in a righteous sadness. I just want to live and unite, boy. That keep my inspiration feeling, telling us to stop the war. I'm not begging you, I'm not begging you, I'm telling you. Oh, stop the war. My people say please stop the war. Stop the war. My people say please stop the war.
Yes. So where say where go we? Guidance. We see a whole heap of people. When I say whole heap of people, a number of people are living today. You understand? Just what hearing the news, checking their texts, and I cry. On the bus, in supermarket, on the road. And my mind tell me, say, it's because they feel helpless. And their feeling is like the feeling of those people in Palestine. Helpless. Because when they sit down, lie down, scotch, explosions, and then the incursion are going to take place. So what you going to do? Try to be an ant. And God help every male that's in there. Every male that's inside Gaza with the incursion them. And these people know exactly what they have said, and they know their intention, and yet still they haven't abated to say, no, you shouldn't be doing that. That can't happen. Not on my watch. That's not happening. And the Secretary of the United Nations go round and round and round, and then pass all these votes. And next thing you know, England, France, and America veto. Only 3. So I wonder how come if just 3 to 210 Tarati weapon, and then you have a handful of the abstentions. So how could 3 override 200? All this stuff about ranks, having ranks, that's not a united nothing. Nah, that's a dictatorship thing. And that them are the same people that look upon Africa and tell Africa corrupt, this, Africa, that. Because the same related people go teach them for do this and teach them for do that and tell them to do this and tell them to do that. And anytime they decide to do something but of them own initiative, them call them crook, them call them this, them call them that, then them set them related up and them finish them off. Or something's been going on, it's tailor-made, it's been going on forever. Ever. And the people and black people are going to say, this have nothing to do with me. This have a lot to do with us. We have to try to understand. We have to try, without Diamond Tune can't figure it out. Yes. We're going to leave this earth here, and our children, them, is going to be slaves. And we've always been saying that them take off the chain and everything. But them got with brain. Cause how much of us got off our asses and decide, yes, and may have enough of you, and just find some other place for go. And that place to go really is to Africa. But then you have a lot of people, them watch at badness of Africa, so there's no place to go. And then if you go Caribbean to write it, you find, say, it not work with you. It's just one of them romantic little something, and that's it. And then it depends on how your family was flexing that you didn't really know too well. So if they were flexing a particular way and then you go back now, you probably get maltreated because of the way them were flexing before. Something of theirs now scorn on us. And it's only because they wanted to try and survive, but then they got caught up in Americanism, badmanism, and they come like we were the people them who support them when we don't know shit about what they were doing and what they were up to. So it's damn you do, damn you don't. What do we do next? I mentioned Bosnia ethnic cleansing. Right it. I see somebody put up in a text. And even in the United Nations text and Sky text that Ina Paul was right. They never take it off. Then let it come up. They never said no more and them just say Ina Paul was right. And there's no something over here, you know. Because him attack here. So what was he right about? Big question. You know what I mean? Seriously. So, guidance. Yeah, we're not